I'm not hearing anything though. So.
Kayla, is the music starting or? Hello and welcome to the first segment of today's lineup of the Small Businesses Big Ideas series. For all week long, we have new entrepreneurs sharing tips, tricks, and DIYs for you to do right in your own home. Today, we're joined by Jalise of Infinite Modesty Design, who will be showcasing and showing us how to create our own fabric wallet from scratch. No prior sewing experience is necessary. If you're joining us today, please leave a heart or a thumbs up in the comments below, and be sure to check out Jalise's website, infinitemodestydesigns.com, for more information about her and her business. This series is part of the Women's Entrepreneurship Hub and Newcomer Entrepreneurship Hub programs. You can learn more about our programs at scattingcourt.org. Lastly, today's entrepreneur is also featured on our online pop-up vendor page, part of our Market 707 website. Check it out and discover local entrepreneurs today. Without further ado, please take it away, Jalise.
So hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity, guys. I am so very, very thankful to be here today to showcase, what I love. And of course, it's sewing. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Jalise. Of course, I'm the owner and founder of Infinite Modesty Design. Of course, what we do at Infinite Modesty Design, we teach you the art of sewing and fashion, or we teach you how to master the sewing skills itself. And currently we are doing it online. Previously, we used to, of course, do it in studio, but as you know, with COVID hit, we actually pivot online for now. So we are doing online. So of course, if you need to contact us, definitely, check the description. You could definitely visit our website, is infinitemodestydesign.com. You could actually even email us at jalise@infinitemodestydesign.com. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. All right, so guys, you know what? I'm so very excited because I am actually going to teach you how to make a fabric wallet, guys. Now, this is an amazing wallet. Let's say, you know what, you have a dress, right? And you have some scrap fabric. You know what, you look around the store, you just can't find a wallet to match your dress. Well, I'm going to teach you how to make one today. Very easy, even with needle and thread, guys. Definitely. Let me just show you some of the wallets I have here. Well, this one was a little one I made on a live previously. You can make a wallet like this one for your dress. You can make a wallet like this, and all this is fabric. You use fabric to make the wallet, guys. You can make a another wallet, right? So many different wallets you could make itself with scrap fabric. You don't need a lot of fabric. Okay, so let's get started. And before I actually go deeper, just to let you know as well, let's say you are a beginner and you always want to learn to sew, right? Like you have never touched a sewing machine before and you always want to learn to sew. Definitely we teach you online because I love teaching beginners. You never touched a sewing machine before. I'm your girl to teach you online. Let's say you want to go deeper and deeper into sewing, you want to go advanced, you could contact me. We have different levels of classes as well. So as I go along, I'll tell you more about the classes. So let's get started. Okay. All right. So to get our measurement, to get to the measurement for our fabric. So this is just a sample I have here. The measurement itself we have here for our fabric wallet, the width of the wallet itself. So let me just get it here. Just want to make sure that I write it. I want to tell you everything that is right. We want 2 pieces of fabric, guys. Okay, so only 2 pieces of fabric. So the height of the fabric is 13 inches in height. And then the width of the fabric is 11 inches. Okay, so 2 pieces of fabric. So really is you could actually use one of your old clothes. You know what I mean? You could use an old clothes, just scrap fabric that you're not really gonna use anything. You could make yourself a wallet. So 13 inches in height by the width is 11 inches. 2 pieces of fabric. Okay, so once you got that, you also want to get a button. So I am going to be actually using a buttonhole itself today. You want to get a button. In this case, you want to get a button in order to make your fabric wallet. All right, so I actually have something special for you to let you know how you too could also make a wallet after this event as well. I'm going to talk to you right now, but let me just introduce you to the tools. So you need a button. Of course, you need some pins, you need some pin cushion, you need seam ripper. So all these things. So the seam ripper, you would actually see how we need in order to open our buttonhole, you need a seam ripper. And one last thing I should mention, you also need needle and thread because we need to sew our button together. Okay. And then if you don't have a sewing machine, you could actually use needle and thread to sew the wallet, just as how I'm going to sew it in here, just as how I'm going to use the machine to sew it. You could use needle and thread itself to sew it because it's very, very easy, to be honest with you. All right, so that's the tools we need: our fabric, our pins, cushion, seam ripper, and of course we need our scissors. We can't forget the scissors, right? And our fantastic sewing machine if you have a sewing machine. Again, if you don't have a sewing machine, don't even worry. Needle and thread will be just fine, guys. Awesome. All right, lastly, I have a tool here called interfacing. So the interfacing is not a must, guys, because I know a lot of my beginners had no clue what is interfacing. What I'm going to do with the interface is something that actually stick onto the inside of the fabric. Now, it's not a must, so it's not something that you have to do, right? It's because I've been sewing for a while, that's how I know all this thing. But in this case, you don't have to. But for me now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to iron the interface on one side of my fabric on the wrong side. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. But in your case itself, you don't have to. So I'm just going to let you know that this is just if you need to make the fabric wallet itself stiff. Okay, so this is what you're going to do itself. First thing, what you're going to do, you're going to take your fabric here and then you're going to measure it. You're going to put it right sides to right sides. Okay, so you're going to take your fabric, your 2 pieces of fabric, 13 by 11 inches. You're going to turn it right sides to right sides. So this is the sample I have here. And then we're going to pin it. So we're going to pin it together. Make sure when you're pinning, guys, you pin edge to edge. So let me just move the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So when you're pinning your fabric, make sure you pin it edge to edge. Very important. I know some of them have, little issue with pinning, but once you take your time and you pin it edge to edge nicely like this, you'll be just fine. Okay. So you're going to pin the fabric all the 4 sides. And one thing we're going to do is leave an opening. Okay, so we're gonna leave an opening because eventually now we can sew all the sides together, right? We need to kind of turn the fabric in order to set our wallet nicely there. So I'm just showing you what we're gonna do. If it's in your case, you want to pin it all the way around. So this is what I'm gonna do here, pin it all the way around. All right, so all the way around. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna actually put a double pin on both sides here. And the reason why I'm gonna put a double pin is that we need an opening. So usually, you know what, guys, sometimes when I'm sewing, I even forget that I have to leave an opening. Sewing is so good for me. I just sew all the way. So in this case, when I put a double pin, it tell my brain, you know what, stop right here and stop right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start sewing right here, 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, we're gonna come across here. We're gonna pivot, we're gonna turn down. We're gonna go across, we're gonna come up, and then we're gonna go this way, Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So exactly like this. So what I've done here, of course, because this is a live, I want to make sure that you get it really, really good. I've actually went ahead and pinned this one. So we're gonna be sewing this one down. Okay, so let's get started. 1/2 inch. Again, if you're using needle and thread, you're just gonna take your needle and thread and just sew it all the way around 1/2 inch. Okay, guys. So let's get started. So once I finish here, I would actually tell you how you could actually take part in one of our upcoming sewing events. So let me get started here with sewing this down first, and I'll tell you how you could take part in our excited sewing event, which is coming. I believe we have it on the 27th to the 23rd of this month, and it's an absolutely free event, guys. There's no paid, nothing, absolutely free event. You could take part, and I'll tell you in a little bit. Let's get started with the sewing. Okay, so when I come to my corner, I leave my needle down. If you're using a sewing machine and you turn your fabric, it's called pivot and turn. When you turn and make sure the needle is down to make sure you get a nice straight turn. Okay, take up my needle here. Take up my pin. So one of the things, never sew over pins in the fabric. Your needle could actually break. You don't want that, right? Here. All right. And one of the key in sewing, guys, is to take your time. I always talk to my beginner. There's no rush. Whether you're learning to sew online, definitely you could do it, but there's no rush. Don't rush and think, oh my goodness, this machine. Listen, you are in control of the machine. Just take your time, okay? All right, so we come to an end here again. I'm gonna leave my needle down. I'm gonna leave up my presser foot, and I'm gonna turn. So we call that again, pivot and turn. Make sure you can see that well here. Okay, so again, never sew over pins in fabric. There you go. So this one actually, this side is not gonna come out. So let me pull it out. All right, there you go. Okay, so we're almost home here now. Let me just make sure. Okay, good stuff. So pretty much we're just sewing the 4 sides and leaving an opening on one of the sides. All right, almost to the home run here. And we are done with our back stitch. Awesome. Okay, so let me show you what we have here. Almost done, guys, to be honest with you. So we pretty much have a box here. All right, you might be like, what am I gonna do with this? Don't worry, we're gonna set it up nice and pretty in a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here now, I'm gonna actually take my my scissors here. And again, for those who are joining us live, just to let you know, we are Infinite Modesty Design. We are a Toronto sewing and fashion company. Our goal, our desire is to teach you to master the art of sewing online. Again, if you are a beginner, never touched a sewing machine before, no problem. We'll guide you on the right sewing machine to buy. Usually the machine we offer our students to buy is a Singer heavy duty 4452 sewing machine. If you never touched the sewing machine before, you want the exact sewing machine that I have, so we could be on the same page. Of course, when I said, okay, this is how you thread the machine, you're like, I don't know. I'll say, you know what, touch this, touch that. You have the machine that I have. That's exactly how we teach our beginners. So if you never touched a sewing machine before, guys, no problem. We got you covered. Just contact us. Of course, Jalice at Infinite Modesty Design. The information should be in the comments below, or you could actually contact us at 416-742-9931. That's our phone number, and we will answer your call. All right, so also now, guys, to let you know about our upcoming free 100% free event. Our event is taking place on August the 23rd to the 27th. It's a 100% brand new, well, it's not brand new, but it's a free event where you'll be making, let me show you guys what you'll be making. So actually this would excite you, okay? So in the event, you'll be making a fabulous fabric wallet, guys. And this wallet is even easier than what I'm making here. So this is a wallet you'll be making in the event, fabric wallet. You'll be making, you got this, a pillowcase cushion, guys. You could decorate your whole house with a brand new set of it, because once you understand how to make one pillow, you'll be making all day long, just to make sure you decorate your cushion, your couches, let's put it like that. So easy DIY pillowcase cushion you'll be making in that free 100% free, guys, event. The information is there. Just sign up below. Next, listen, guys, we'll be making a skirt. Listen, if you learn to sew with me, I ain't just teach you fanky. I teach you things that you could wear. You could give for a gift. You could go out. You could look pretty. Someone would say, oh, you look good, girl. That's who we are. Now, you could make yourself a skirt. A skirt, guys, you could wear. You could make for gift. You could give your children, your grandchildren. You could give it to a friend, send it to whoever. You know what I mean? So you'll make a skirt. That's not the other event to be. This is part of the event. The other thing we'll be doing in the event is to make yourself a bag. A bag you could actually wear to match your skirt, your purse, your pillowcase cushion. I am telling you, you just need to sign up for the event. The link is in the description below. The event is 100% free, and it's gonna give you the opportunity to start sewing. Even with needle and thread, guys, you can make that. If you don't, if you have an interest in sewing, just sign up for the event. You need to go deeper in sewing. We'll get you to the destination that you want. The only thing we want you to do is sign up for this free event. Lastly, in the event, you know what? I had a let me see if I had a face mask. Yes, I didn't want to move that because we know face mask is in style right now. So you make a face mask, guys. You know what I mean? You could be buying this for $10, $20, $30. You get it to make it absolutely free in our event. So sign up. It's a free event. It's coming up on the 23rd to the 27th of August. Sorry, here, let me just pick this up. And definitely you want to get started there. Okay, so again, if you're joining us live, we are Infinite Modesty Design. My name is Shalise. We are making a fabulous fabric wallet, of course, very easy DIY, and you could definitely contact us. Our information should be in the comments below. All right, let's get back to our wallet now. So we have our wallet now. What do I do, Jillis? What do I do next? I'm coming, girl. It's very easy. I'm coming, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for those, for everyone else is watching me. So of course, like you said, I trim the corners. Okay, so just trim all the corners here. Make sure all the corners is nice and trim. And if you have any extra threads, you want to kind of, trim the threads out and all that as well. Okay, and then what we want to do is to turn this around. Okay, so we're going to take our time and we're just going to turn it around. Take our time, turn it around. And while I'm doing that, guys, I'm going to also tell you the event is where I want you to start. But let's say you say, you know what, Jaleesa, I know how to sew. I just want to keep sewing every single month. We do have our membership club. It's a club where we charge you extremely reasonable because we want you to sew each and every month. We don't want you to buy a machine, see us online, buy a machine, have the machine there and don't sew. So our membership club itself, we do have it alive and running. If you want to join our club, if let's say you want to connect live every month. In the membership club, we connect live each and every month on Zoom, each and every month, because my goal is not just to have a membership where I just post video. I want my membership where we come online. I said, Julius, you know what? One of the video was too difficult. No problem, we'll fix that. Oh, Julius, that video was easy. I say, okay, you know what? Let's go. You will give me feedback about the videos. We come on Zoom every single month. So that's our membership club itself. Okay. So the information also should be in the description below. Okay, guys, so this is it here. Like, Julie, this is just a little, what is this? Don't worry, we're getting close. We're getting close to our goal here. So what you need to do, of course, is iron this, guys. Okay, you want to take your time and iron it. So I wouldn't iron it on the live. I actually have something look exactly like this, which is already ironed. Okay, so let me show you. All right. So this is the exact same thing we have here. I just iron it up so you can look a little bit more pretty. You know what I mean? So I have this now. It's clear. It's the exact same thing here. Okay, but I have it clear so you could actually see the additional stitch I'll be putting in it as well. Okay, all right, so let me go ahead and show you exactly what I've done here. So this is my tape measurement here. I'm gonna measure on one edge. So what I've done here, I have the opening. Remember that opening we have in this here? So with the edge, with the open edge, I'm gonna use it as the top part of my purse. Okay, so of my wallet itself. So I'm gonna use this as the top part. So at the very top of this, I'm gonna put 2.5 inches down. So roughly 2.5 inches down. And what I did, I put a pin to kind of just guide me there from the 2.5 inches down. So 2.5 inches down from here, 2.5 inches down from here. Okay, let me just show you. 2.5 inches down this side and 2.5 inches down this side, right? And then you could just mark it with a marking pencil, or you could even just put a pin just like this here. All right. So let me show you the next step. So the next step here now, we're gonna making sure everything is all good here. Okay, so we're gonna take this part of the wallet now. We're gonna bring it up to the 2.5 inches here, guys. So just like this, okay? All right, so once we're done that, we're gonna take our pins, because that's where we need our pins there. And then we're gonna pin it down really neat. So we're gonna try to make it close enough, really, really neat, really, really neat. Now this part might be a little bit thick because, you know, we're kind of folding through layers and layers of fabric there. So we'll see. If you're using needle and thread, you should be perfectly fine. Depends on what machine you're using. You know, you may have to probably change your needle if the fabric get too thick itself. So we'll see how it happened on this machine. If not, I have an emergency machine here, no worries at all. Okay, so I'm just gonna pin it down because I want to make sure that this edge stayed nicely like this, and it's the same thing like this, guys. Okay, so again, I pin it right up to my guide. So this is my guide here. All right, and I just pin it right up to my guide nicely. That's pretty much what I do. All right, so while I'm pinning here as well, guys, again, this is Jaleesa at Infinite Modesty Design. We teach, of course, you the art of sewing and fashion online. We teach you actually to master the art of sewing and fashion. If you never touched a sewing machine before, I am your girl, no problem. We'll guide you on what sewing machine to buy. And of course, you'll be able to get started. For those who already have a machine and say, you know what, Julius, I really want to learn to make patterns. I want to learn to make dress. I want to be a seamstress. I want to start my own business. We have an advanced sewing academy as well. So we have various different steps. So it doesn't matter what level you are, guys, we cover you, okay? So we have our advanced dress academy where we teach you how to make dresses. We teach you how to make patterns for yourself, for your customers, for your client, and so on and so forth. So just contact us. Our information should be in the link below, Jaleesa at Infinite Modesty Design, or Jaleesa at 416-742-9931. So this is something like this. So it's kind of pinned, so you look kind of twisted. Don't worry about that. Just pin it down, and then we're gonna sew this down here right at the very edge. Okay. So I'm gonna go on the machine. Let's hope that the machine is strong enough because the fabric is very, very thick. If not, I have an emergency machine here. So let's get started here. Okay. So I'm gonna put it down, and I pretty much just the stitch I will do, if I could do a 1/8 of an inch or a 1/4 of an inch stitch, not a 1/2 inch stitch. 1/2 inch stitch might be too big. That's exactly what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna start gently, very gentle. Sewing is like driving, guys. The more you're nice on the gas, you know what I mean? Like you're not crazy on the pedal. Trust me, you'll get safely to that destination. It's the exact same thing with sewing. So I'm just gonna take my time and do a little bit 1/4 of an inch. I think I'll do here. Or 1/8 of an inch, something like that. I want, once I get a good, it's about almost like 1/8 of an inch I'm doing here. All right. So it's a bit thick, so you can hear that noise on the machine there. Just take your time. Again, if you're using needle and thread, just take your time and sew it up. Okay. All right, good stuff. There you go. Wonderful. You see, we all done. And the good thing is that I wanted you to actually see the stitch, guys. So I am really, really happy that you're able to see the black stitch. So you could actually see that I ain't just playing. You could make this, in no time. I'm telling you guys. Awesome. So I'm gonna do the other side, same thing as well. Okay, so this side is done. So I'm just gonna do the other side as well. All right, good stuff. So if you're like someone who always want to learn to sew, you're a beginner, you don't have no clue where to start, definitely contact us. We'll get you started. All right, let's start sewing here. This side is a little bit thicker. Just take your time. Needle and thread will do the same work. I don't think you have to get a sewing machine to make this wallet. It's so easy, guys. I'm just taking out the pins here. And don't matter if, don't even worry if you know your lines doesn't come out straight because it's so thick. Could give a little bit of, when the fabric is thick, sometimes it struggles a little bit, but that's all good. There you go. All right, so we get our two side done. I think what I'm gonna do here, let me just show you what I did here. So I'm gonna just actually, this side, I'm gonna just make sure you start. It's fine, but it's just, let me just go do my back a bit. Okay, there you go, fantastic. All right, there you go. So I'm almost done here. All right, so this is pretty much how it is right now. Now, what I'm gonna do before I do anything else, I have to put my button, and I'm gonna put the buttonhole right now for you. But I'm gonna do a top stitch, right? Now, if you have needle and thread, you could just go ahead and just close this down, or you could just do a stitch across it. Like, you know, you could do a nice little, a cute running stitch all the way across. Just close the opening here, and then you come down here. Okay. So I'm going to do a top stitch at the very edge, and it would close the edge here. So let me do that right now. All right. So I'm going to do that right now from this angle here. Turn the edge, and then I'm going to come straight across. Okay. All right. There you go. And I'm going to come down. Good stuff. All right. So my top stitch is done. There you go. Fantastic. Guys, like I said, this is so easy to make. Needle and thread, you could do this. So again, if you're tuning in live, we are making a fabric wallet here, guys. So this is almost done, guys. Let me just show you here. You put your wallet down, you iron it, and you're ready to go, but we ain't finished yet. Let's put the button. Okay. So in the event again, so if you are joining us new, we are making a fabulous wallet. We do have a free sewing event. It's a 5 days free making a fabric wallet, a pillowcase cushion, a skirt, a face mask, and a tote bag, double-sided tote bag. You don't want to miss that event. Join the event in the link this in our description below. And of course, we do have a sewing group as well. If you want to join our sewing group to kind of get connected, stay in the nose, definitely join our sewing group. Our sewing group, guys, the information should be in the description below. Okay, lastly, guys, almost done, because I'm talking, you know, it kind of go longer, but don't worry. We'll be almost done. So next thing we're going to be doing here is doing our buttonhole. So this is our buttonhole feet. If you've never seen a buttonhole feet before, no problem at all. In the event, you would not be putting a button like this, because I know buttonhole could be scary for people if you've never done it before. I allow you to do a very, very easy buttonhole itself. Okay, so you don't have to do anything than just sew on the button, and we have a loop. That's how easy it is for the event itself. But for this, I'm going to actually do a buttonhole stitch live itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do here. All right, so I'm going to change my width. If you don't know what that is, no worries at all. I'm going to change it to 6. I'm going to also change the length of my sewing machine here. This machine is Jim. If you really want to learn to sew, it means a Singer heavy duty. You could get the 4452 or the 4423 or 32 or the 4411 at Canadian Tire. So that's if you're in Canada. So the length now, I'm going to change it to my buttonhole stitch right here, guys. Okay, and then my S here, my big pattern selection dial, I'm going to change it to the buttonhole stitch right here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Again, if you're taking the event itself, you don't have to worry about making the buttonhole at all. So what I've done, let me show you quickly. So I took my button and I put it in my buttonhole feet right here. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to change my feet. This feet is very easy to change. You just squeeze it up and it's out, just like that, guys. So very easy. Then I'm going to put my buttonhole itself. I put my buttonhole feet. I'll make sure the button is towards the back. Very important. You don't want to make it like this. You won't be doing anything. You want to make it sure it's towards the back. All right. Then I'm going to put it right here. Awesome. Then lastly, there's another step. And I think in the event, like in our membership, I would have how easy it is to make a buttonhole is there. We do have it with this machine as well in our membership area. So I'm going to push this down and I'm going to push it back and I'm ready to sew. Now, before I sew the buttonhole, in order to kind of get an average, and this is just a quick DIY here average, I am just going to fold my, you could actually fold it this way or that way. I'm just going to fold my, my fabric wallet to the middle part. Okay. So I'm just going to fold it to the middle part here. Then if you have an iron, you could actually iron. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hand wash it here just like that. Right. Because I'm doing a line. I want to make sure everything is just on point. Okay. So I have it like this. I have this crease in the middle here. So make sure it's a nice, the crease had to be centered, making sure it's nice and centered. So once I think that the crease is centered enough, all right, I'll just make a nice little crease. You can see there. And then I'm going to take a pin, right? Just the thing is what I'm doing, I'm just getting a guide to make my buttonhole. So I'll just put a pin here. Okay. So what I would say, if you're at home, you don't want to put the pin here, maybe you just want to take a pencil and put a little dot here. Okay, so because I'm going to be using the pin as a guide, but you don't want to do that if you're a beginner. Okay, so let me just push this here. So I am gonna take my thing and I'm gonna slide it here. And I'm gonna use my pin as a guide and I'm gonna take the pin out. I'm not gonna leave the pin in, of course, because I'll be making big mistake here today. All right, so I'm gonna take my pin out. So just one more thing I just want to tell you guys. Again, we are a Toronto Sewing and Fashion Studio. My name is Jaleese, and this is Infinite Modesty Design. If you want to make dresses of what we have in the back here, we could teach you the art of sewing step-by-step pattern, measurement, make dress for yourself, your clients online, guys. If you are brand new to sewing, you want to learn the skills, we teach you from beginner, ground zero, no experience at all. We teach you. Lastly, again, please join our sewing event. The link should be in the description below. The event is 100% free. We also have private one-on-one sewing classes as well, just to let you know as well. All right, so let's get this on the ball. Let's finish this out today so we could move on with our day. All right, so I'm gonna start now. So we have our light on. Safety is very important. So I'm gonna start. Awesome. So all our sewing is done, guys. It is done. Lastly, just to see our buttonhole there, I'm telling you, sewing is beautiful, guys. It's beautiful knowing that you take scraps and you make something fantabulous. Fantabulous. There you go. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now, I am going to actually open the hole of my button, right? Because I ain't going to fash out with that, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take my pin and I'm going to put it at the very top. You can put it at this end or that end. It doesn't really matter. So let me just show you what I'm going to do here. And one of the reasons for putting the pin is that you're going to use your seam ripper, right? So the seam ripper, we're going to open the hole. But we put the pin, so if let's say we make a mistake and we go over, the pin would just stop us for not to, you know, fly through the buttonhole. So let me just do this here, and I'm gonna see if I could turn it so you could actually see. Hopefully you can see like this. It's kind of awkward for me. Actually, no, let me do it this way so you can see what's going on. Yeah, so you can see. So I'm slightly going up. You want to make sure that your seam ripper is sharpened as well. So you see, I'm going up, and then the pin stopped me. I'm not gonna go anymore. See that right here? The pin is just stopping me. So then I have my hole here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so lastly, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna take the buttonhole feet out because I need it for my bag. I'm ready to go to the event. Yes, of course. So I am ready to go. So I'm have my buttonhole here. Okay, now I am gonna go ahead and just close this nicely down like this. And because I just want to guide for where to put my button there, right? So just gonna push it down here. So this is a guide, right? So I'm just gonna open it up here. So 1 second here. I'm gonna open it up right here. So I'll know this is the wrong way I'm gonna sew my button down, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of guide and just put my button right there, making sure my eyes is get it good. And I am gonna sew my button down, guys. All right, so I'm almost done because you know what, the Uber driver is actually waiting for me, so I can't find a person to sew. Like I said, I can't find where my children put my purse, so I just have to make one quickly. Uber driver, I'm coming, don't worry, my purse is almost finished for my dress. I had to match my dress because that event I must be matching. So that's where we are, guys. We teach you how to sew online, how to make dresses online, how to make patterns online. You know what, my mistake, I should have bring you some of the patterns which some of my advanced students had made. I had students who took my advanced class, students who, some of them actually joined me in January of this year. I had a beginner's class. Some of them joined me, they just buy a sewing machine. They saw me online, they bought a sewing machine, and then they joined me in my beginner's class. Then eventually they take my skirt making event. I also have a skirt making event as well. I didn't talk much about it, but once you come on board in if you join our Facebook group, you would find out what event we have, paid event, free event. But one of the great way to start actually is through our free event, of course. I just want to make sure that I get the whole for this thing here. So yeah, so the thing is that we could teach you from ground zero to hero, guys. Ground zero to hero, who we are. Again, we are a Toronto Sewing and Fashion studio, and our goal is to teach you the art of sewing and fashion online, or to master the art of sewing and fashion online. Yeah, that's who we are. So of course, definitely if you're interested, guys, you always love the art of sewing. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. We are never too old or too young to learn. And sewing is an always learning game, guys. That's the cool thing about it. So I'm almost to wrap my button here. My Uber driver is actually getting impatient. I am coming, I'm coming. It's almost done. My button is almost done because I have to run. There you go. All right, awesome. So there you go, guys. You know what? Just trim it out, trim out all the whatnot, the thing there. So this is it here. I'm gonna close my purse. And girl, the last thing I may have to do is just iron. I'm not gonna add it again. I'm gonna just iron my purse, and I'm ready to go to the event. That's how it is. That's how we do it. My name is Julius, guys. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It was a pleasure having you on board. I hope you find value in this event. If you want more, kindly join through the link in the description below. You could join our 100% free event where we'll be teaching you 5 days absolutely free, and you would be on your way to fabulous sewing. Again, my name is Julius, and this is Infinite Modesty Design. Take care, guys. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Julius. That was incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on a new fabric wallet that I'm going to do myself.
Of course.
Incredible.
Okay, I go over because I heard you said I could go like 5 minutes over, whatever. So I kind of steal that, but I hope that was okay.
No, of course, that's incredible. That's incredible. So I'm just going to thank everyone else for tuning in, and let's show Julius some more love by leaving her some hearts in the comment section. And again, Julius can be contacted at julius@infinitemodestydesigns.com. I'll just put that email address in the chat again, and this is her phone number as well. So feel free to give her a shout. And if you did end up making the fabric wallet at home, be sure to tag Julius or send her an email with a photo of your beautiful fabric wallet.
Yeah.
Incredible. So our next and final event for the Small Businesses Big Idea series is happening at 3 p.m. and it'll be a great session with Odessa from Synergy Links, who will be teaching us some really great parenting tips and to do some fun activities with your kids at home. So don't forget to tune into that event, and I'll leave that description or that link in the chat below. And remember to discover local entrepreneurs today at the Market 707 website. You'll find Julius's information there, as well as all of the entrepreneurs that were a part of this series. Without further ado, take care, everyone. We'll see you at 3 p.m.
Bye.